I think I say this every time we play a song, but that's another one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, we're not sharing sound, so I didn't hear it. So I was just waiting for you to talk first.
What happened? I we
I
were
don't know.
we were oh,
Doesn't matter.
okay.
Run
Well,
with it.
it was the White Stripes, but you knew
Yeah,
that.
it's good. They're good.
They're good. We were just talking
Um,
about them.
so I don't know what episode this is because we took a brief hiatus last week because I had kind of a big week. We can get into that a little bit if you like.
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, I might as well let everyone know. So last week, I worked for a local newspaper. We were owned by Metroland Media. If you watched the news at any point last week, you probably heard that my company that I was working for swapped a bunch of papers with Post Media, and then Post Media and Metroland decided that they would just close their competition, all the ones that they deemed competition. So that's what they did. So last week they hauled us down to London from Exeter. I mean, it's not much of a haul for me, and fired about 50 people right in front of us. So when we were bought by Post Media, and then told us to go back to our office.
Mhm.
So I kind of dealt with that all week, kind of unsure of where I was at work, but it's all smooth sailing now, and I'm back. It's pretty much back to normal. It's still weird working for Post Media, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. It was on a Monday morning at 8:45.
Yeah.
Guys that we friggin' share content with and all that. See you later.
Yeah.
Guys been there for like 30 years, 25 years. All these guys, good guys, most of them. Feel bad.
Only for
But,
most of them.
Well, I can't speak for all of them because I don't know them all. I've only been here
I'm just trying to sewer you.
That's all right. Yeah, so I decided it's probably a good time to take a week off of the podcast, and that's what we did. Riley was very understanding.
Great guy.
Yeah, good guy. And but now I'm back. Hurt my back today, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Tell everyone how you hurt your back.
I was squatting at the gym.
See?
Front squatting.
See, that's
Lightweight.
why I don't do that.
Yeah, it was front squatting lightweight, and I went down. I think I had a pulled muscle before, and I just kind of re-aggravated it. But that's a good segue into what I wanted to tell you, about a guy at my gym.
I can't wait.
This guy, I would say he's 50 plus. He's got a nice head of hair, like a real nice head of hair. A little stringy, but it's a nice mop for like over 50.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know if it's dyed, but it is. And it's jet black, and it's long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is a nice, it'd be a nice shaggy mop if you were, 25, tied it back in, a bun or something.
Okay.
But this guy just lets it all out, like Krusty the Clown, and it's just dyed jet black.
No, it goes out to the side like Krusty.
Yeah, it's puffy, man.
Hi.
You know, have you ever watched that show, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide?
Coconut head.
Okay, it's like coconut heads, but more puffy on the side.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a bowl. It's a nice mop for 50, but man.
You know what though? You're at the gym. You don't really care what you look like. You don't know how he's putting it together outside of the gym.
Yeah, that's true. But if you wear, like you say, he's got a suit job, and he's rocking that head of hair, is that offside?
No. If he puts it into a bun, then no, it's not.
I don't think he'd wear a bun head. Oh my god, you should see this guy. I knew I should have taken.
You're gonna take a picture of him next time.
He's a jacked guy.
Mm-hmm. So maybe don't take a picture of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to know, would it be offside if I had that hair? I think it would, and I'm 22.
Yeah, but I don't know. We're kind of more professional, if you want to say it.
Yeah.
Think about me in my last year at college, how washed up I looked with the big long mop of hair.
Oh, oh. I had some bad hair too. I didn't know what I was doing with my hair for a little while, so.
Mine's so thick. Like I hate that part of it. Like I got a haircut
Yeah.
like a month ago, and I got to get another one this weekend because it's just like.
I get like that awkward stage because I have short hair on the sides and it's kind of longer on the top, and then I comb it over.
Mm-hmm.
So like my hair's like naturally curly, but like when it's short, it's just like spikes. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I wish it would just stay one length all the time, but it doesn't.
But that's why it's hair, my friend.
Might have to grow it out again. I don't know.
Yeah, go for just a mullet.
Yeah, might as well.
Go for a Mike Hoffman hair.
If I was, oh my god, if I was part of those cuts last week, I would have been able to do that. But fortunately, I was not.
No, that's too bad, eh? You could have grown your hair out.
Yeah, I could have grown my hair out. Went home.
Jesus.
But no, that's not a funny joke. A lot of good people.
Yeah, it is really too bad, but.
It is too bad. I hate when big companies do that.
Well, it's just kind of it's honestly just kind of the way our business is going, unfortunately.
Yep. Working for big corporations is tough. And like I know your paper's owned separately, but
Independent.
independent, yeah, that's the word. But yeah. Anyways, so what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. We don't have a guest this week, so
No, so we're going to talk for 35 minutes.
Well, we probably could have got a guest, but we didn't really try that hard.
No. Oh, we should mention about those fellas there that you had contacted last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll give them a bit of a shout out, and then we'll tag them in a tweet about it.
Okay.
After.
Do you want me to give them the shout out? Because you're looking at me as if you want me
Yeah,
to talk.
yeah. Like I didn't listen to any of their stuff.
Oh
but
well,
you did.
I did. I listened to all three of their podcasts. 'Cause I think it's more because I'm a Leaf fan. You probably wouldn't have been as you wouldn't have loved listening about Austin Matthews for 45 minutes. Not that that's not the only thing they talked about, but I'm just saying, for example.
Don't they talk about beer too?
Yeah, so this podcast, we might as well just say they're the Left Coast Leaf podcast. They're two guys. They're in Vancouver. One's from Ontario. One's from, I believe, Saskatchewan. I want to say Regina, the city that rhymes with fun. But yeah, they talked. We got in contact with them last week. They followed Will and Rye on Ice on Twitter, and they shot us a message and said check them out. And then we just kind of got in contact. We're gonna try to maybe have them on for an episode. We probably could have had them on this week, but
Probably. But I was thinking they're like 2 and 3 hours behind us.
no, they're both in Vancouver, or both in not
Okay.
Vancouver. They're both in British Columbia. So they're three. So it's only 5:05 there right now because we're recording at 8:00.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they gave us a nice little shout out on their podcast last week. Told everyone to check us out, but you should really go give them a listen. They're on SoundCloud. They talk about the Leafs, and they have a craft beer that they try every week and review. They're usually Vancouver craft beers, so I don't know if you can ever get them around here. But yeah, it was pretty good. So thanks to them for giving us a shout out, and hopefully we can have them on and maybe be on their podcast too.
And just for the record, we don't hate each other, and we don't actually argue all the time.
Well, I
No.
think
We do argue, but we don't hate each other.
I think the one they listened to was probably the one with Cam, where we just made fun of Cam the whole time.
Yeah, jeez.
But yeah, that was really cool. It's kind of cool seeing all these little grassroots podcasts that are kind of developing
Coming out of
and
nowhere.
doing it for the fun of it. So we're glad to be a part of it, and glad that we got other people
Everything
in
to get
it
our
too.
name out there too.
Well, that too. That's not only it, but
That's Will and Rye on Ice.
yep. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
At Will and Rye on Ice.
Mm-hmm.
At all three of them, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, guy. So how are your Habs doing? What are you thinking?
They're down 1-0, but they're holding their own here against St. Louis. St. Louis is a better team. I mean, that's
Well,
obvious.
they are the best team.
They just
right
scored though. Jordy Ben absolutely just roofed a shot
No, I can
from the
see it
point.
I can see it in the reflection of your glasses.
Holy,
Yeah.
that was a bomb.
Well,
I don't know where that came from.
nice of him to finally do something relevant.
He has 4 goals, man.
Mm.
Somehow. He's actually been all right since he got scratched early in the season. He's been steady, really steady. I actually don't mind that acquisition of him.
Really?
Are we taking a break?
Sure, we can do that. Mix in another song, and then we'll come
Come
back.
back.
We'll talk about the Habs, how you're feeling
Habs,
about them. We'll talk about the Leafs like we always do, and then
The Sens. I just want to touch on the Sens just because I find something that they're doing in the future is kind of interesting.
Shabbat.
And Carlson.
Yeah, it doesn't rhyme.
No.
All right, we'll be back after this. That's another band that me and Will both like. Hey,
I do like.
the Arctic Monkeys, as they say.
They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an older band now. Now that thinking about it.
Yeah, they are. But
Yeah, they've been around quite a while.
Yeah.
They're British, aren't they?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to say something before we start talking about the Sens. Now that I just thought about this.
Yeah, sure.
Our last podcast, when we did the tribute to AC/DC because of Malcolm Young, right?
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick right now. Because
Go.
they deleted our video on YouTube for using too much of their song. It was a flippin' tribute for them.
It's okay. I'm not a big fan of them anyway.
Well, they can go take a lap next time I ever want to listen to them, really.
Yeah.
But I listened to them a lot this weekend, actually. But
Where were you in Belleville?
yeah, well, I was in Sterling with Brad. He
Yeah.
that's a guy who can mix in a Darius Rucker and an AC/DC song back to back.
Awesome.
He knows how to do it. Anyway.
It's aggressive.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I don't get why we're promoting them and they have to delete our video. But anyway.
I don't know. That's annoying. And they don't. You know what? They didn't even watch it.
Oh.
They just saw that their video was there. Anyway, their music was in there.
Yeah, well.
I'm looking at the. I just in front of me, just because we're gonna talk a bit about the Sens.
Okay.
I'm looking at the 2015 draft. That draft is gonna go down as one of the best there. That's the McDavid, Eichel, Strome, Marner, Hannafin.
Well, I don't know about the Strome part of it, but.
Well, no, Strome hasn't been great by any means yet, but I mean, he's 20, so.
You know what though? That was a player that I used to watch when I watched like the World Juniors, or I ever watched when Sportsnet would play a CHL game.
Yeah.
And I would watch when I'm like, I really don't like him.
No, I don't think he's a third overall pick, but I mean, he could turn out to be a good player.
You know who he reminds me of? Freddie the Goat.
Really?
Just
he's got better hands.
big and slow. He's got okay hands.
Yeah.
But he's.
And he can shoot.
But that was always something they used to talk about with him when he was playing juniors, that he was too slow.
Yeah, they're not good skaters, the Stromes.
Well, you can only get so far, especially in today's game, with hands.
That's right.
So.
Without hands.
Well, with hands.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that draft, like, only... Okay, so it's 2017 now. Only 1, 2, 3... Only like 6 players in the first round haven't played yet.
Really, eh?
Or 5. Yeah. Jakub Zaboral from Boston, Zachary Sinishin from Boston. That's the year they traded Dougie Hamilton.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's the year they traded Dougie Hamilton. And,
whoa!
Jesus.
What is going on here?
I think an ad came up on my computer.
No free ads.
Remember the year when they traded Dougie Hamilton and that, and they got 3 first-rounders, like, in a row?
Yep.
And they picked one good one?
They got
But I don't know.
They got Bjork, right? And they got DeBrusque.
No. Zaboro, Sinishin, and DeBrusque. But DeBrusque was 14, Sinishin was 15. And yeah, Zaboro was 13 that year. But Sinishin's a good player. He's got 10 points in 20 games in the AHL. But anyways, I'm just saying that's a good draft. And I wanted to know how the hell Thomas Chabot fell to the Sens at 18. How the hell did they land him at 18? That's
probably
a steal.
him and Provorov. Provorov was that draft too, right?
Yeah, he went 7.
Him and Provorov are probably, and Werenski went that draft.
8, yeah.
All better than Hannafin.
Yeah, who went 5. Hannafin's very good, but he's not flashy. He's not points.
He's not 5th overall pick.
No, he's probably, he's a first rounder for sure. But I would take Werenski over him. I would take any of those defensemen over him.
Mm-hmm.
But, but that's another steal for Ottawa to get him. And I think...
Colin White was that year too, wasn't he?
I think so. I'm just looking... they got him at 15 and Colin White at 21. Got him at 18 and White at 21. Mm-hmm. Unreal.
Both in Bell Vegas right now. Well, not Chabot.
Not Chabot. Chabot finally played his way onto a roster, only because the Sens have been brutal.
Well, he was up there, and then he got sent back down.
Yeah, they kept sending him down. I mean, he's in the games I've seen him play, he's looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got 6 points in 7 games. His first NHL goal, my cousin was telling me, my cousin's a big Sens fan, and he's like, I thought he was going to break his stick calling for the pass before he shot the puck.
Little beaver tail action, eh?
Yeah, he was just tapping it like crazy. I know the Sens are bad right now, but I want to talk about something that I think's kind of interesting, what they're doing.
Okay.
So, as you know, they have Carlson and Chabot, and I don't think the NHL's ever seen a two-headed monster on the back end quite like that. Because Chabot's going to be probably, in my eyes, he's going to be close to as good as Carlson, and they're going to have 2 of it, essentially 2 of the same player.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Nashville has, the 4D. They have Ekholm, Subban, Yossi, and Ellis.
Yeah.
And then other teams have tried to mock that, like Calgary, Brody, Hamonic, Giordano, and what's his name there? Dougie Hamilton.
Yep.
And then in Anaheim, they have Montour, Lindholm. They just traded Vatanen, but they had him. Manson. Other teams are kind of following in those footsteps, but I don't think, in my eyes, it's like if Carlson and Hedman played on the same team. The only problem with that is you have to pay Carlson in a year, a little more than a year.
Is this his last year or is next year his last year?
I think, well...
I feel like this is his last year.
I know, he's not a free agent this summer, next summer. He can re-sign over the summer coming up.
I don't think...
Him and Doughty.
Here's my hot take. Neither one of them are staying where they are.
I say... What do you think the odds are Doughty leaves LA?
Higher than the odds are that he stays.
On 10. On 10.
10 being 1 being he stays, 10 being he goes?
Yeah.
9.
Really? I think it's closer to 6.
The way he's been yipping down there, it doesn't seem like he has very much interest. Especially with he's kind of had his glory days in LA, right? I think, you know what? I think he's the type of player that wants to get noticed. And he doesn't get noticed down there.
That's true. Yeah. But I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, Toronto's going to go after him. I don't know. I don't think they
can't afford him.
He's going to command. He's walking in with a blank check, and he's going to say, put a number on it, and I'll play for you forever.
To
The
LA.
number's gonna be like
I don't think he wants to stay in LA though, man.
no, not LA, just like anywhere. Like his agent's just gonna say, put a number on a check and it'll play for you forever if it's high enough. Like it's gonna be like 10.5.
Well, imagine all the teams that are going to be lined up because him and Carlson both have the same agents,
Yeah, I know, and they're both gonna get 10 plus.
and they're both going to be. It's going to be like they're going to have cameras posted up out front of their office, like their agent's office, and you're going to watch Berkey, and you're going to watch Lou Lamorello. You're going to watch everyone walk in and out of there with their pitches.
Yeah, I miss those days.
Well, I think
The
we're gonna
Brad
have
Richards?
one. We're gonna have one in about 18 months.
Who's John Tavares' agent?
I don't know.
I hope it's someone cool.
I bet you it's Bobby Orr.
No, I don't think so. It's probably Pat Brisson or something. That guy's got some big ticket players.
But
I don't know who his agent is though.
I don't think Tavares is staying in New York either.
Where's he going then?
Not Toronto.
No, it's not Toronto. But if he's going somewhere, where do you think he would go?
I saw before I say that. I saw a lot of things on Twitter the last 3 days of like Tavares in Leaf jerseys and Tavares sitting at a stall. They had one. One was actually pretty well done. It was like a Players Tribune story, and it said my next chapter, and it was him sitting in a stall with a Leaf jersey hanging up behind him. It looked real.
That's funny.
But it's been like the last 48 hours that I've seen these, and I'm like, why is the hype picking up right now? But anyway,
Maybe that's why it's coming up.
I don't know.
But
Who's
yeah,
the team?
where do you see him going?
I don't know.
I think he resigns there.
I don't think he likes the uncertainty and the fact that he's been in the playoffs once.
Yeah, I think if he does resign there, I don't think it's for like 8 years. I think it's for like 3.
But then why would you do it? Why wouldn't you just go? You know what he knows what he wants. He's had enough time to think about it.
Yeah, and he knows what their window is. Then their window is a lot longer than like their Stanley Cup contention window is a lot longer than some teams out there.
Well, that's just it. You know what's really helped the Islanders' cause is the fact that they're good this year.
That's the only thing that they have. But I still don't see them getting. I could see them getting out of the first round, but I can't see them getting deeper than that. Like they'll probably play. Like if the playoffs started today, who would they play?
I bet you'd be like Pittsburgh or something. No, Pittsburgh and Washington are wildcard teams, are they not?
Yeah, so Columbus would play Washington, and the Islanders would play Pittsburgh, and I don't think they would beat Pittsburgh.
You never know. That's why they play the games.
Yep.
I guess I never
But-
really gave you an answer, though, as to where he's going to go.
Yeah, where's he going? Hot take. Hot take Tuesday.
I want to say West.
Really?
I don't know why. Because I just try to think of all the teams in the East that would need a number one center, and there isn't many.
If I'm Detroit,
Other than Montreal and Detroit.
yeah. If I'm Detroit, I'm saving my money and throwing that money at Tavares or Doughty, because Detroit hasn't had a good defenseman in. Well, they had a good
Lindstrom.
defenseman, but they just not like a solidified number one defenseman since Lidstrom and Rafalski left their team. So they've been kind of. It's almost been what 8 years since that happened.
Has it been that long?
Oh man, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, honestly, like Nicholas Lidstrom he's part of the management team there, but Drew Doughty would be I could see him going there, but at the same time I can't because their window's a lot smaller than a lot of teams. Although I like some of the guys on their team.
Either way, I think they're going to switch conference.
Detroit?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think Tavares is going west and Doughty's coming east.
Okay. I think I could see Tavares end up in like a San Jose or something. Somebody kind of off the board. And Doughty I can see signing in like Boston. Well, they'll have Chara off the book.
Yeah, don't tell my dad and my sister that, though. They will just have
I
a
won't.
field day.
But if they listen, they'll hear it.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, we'll get away from this topic and talk about your Leafs.
Yeah.
How are they doing?
Eh, I wasn't. It, you look at Saturday's game a little weird. Like that's just the weirdest part about this team is that they just don't start. The old cliche, they don't start on time, like they were saying in Overdrive yesterday.
Yeah,
But it's true. It's like they just like they're like the other team's ready to play and they're still out there just warming up.
that's funny.
They were brutal.
And
They were brutal until
you,
the last 2.5 minutes of that game.
then you got Babcock after the game. I didn't hear his comments after that game. He's probably like, you know what? The other team they came to play,
No,
and we didn't.
they
We
came.
ran into a hot goalie, and we can't always score goals. So.
They came to start on time and we didn't. And
Yeah, they started their game at 7 o'clock.
that's the thing. The whole start on time thing. They bumped the game back 3 hours.
To 4 o'clock.
Yeah, local time there.
It's awesome.
But yeah, they didn't play very well. But they showed one thing that they've been showing all year, which is that when they want to turn it on, they can turn it on.
Wasn't Markstrom really good?
Markstrom was good. He kicked him out. But like I said, like Morgan Riley had an open net. He missed. Like, I don't know. It's just you gotta look at the whole Western road trip though, and 4 out of 6 points, like they said, is really good, right? So you gotta look at it that way.
Morgan Riley's been really good for them all year.
He's been great. I'm kind of happy to hear that because everyone's we got to get a big number one defenseman, and they never looked at what they have in front of them. Not that Morgan Riley's a Doughty or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, they've always felt the need to try to get this big number one, and they don't need to. I don't think. I think they just need to get some pieces to fill around it.
Craig Button said it best I think it was last week. I was listening to PSN radio, and he said Doughty's playing the hockey that he did in juniors when he tore it up.
Craig Button said that about Riley.
Yeah, not Doughty. Riley, sorry.
Yeah.
And it's true, he is, because he's skating, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's actually skating the puck.
By far their best defenseman.
Oh, hands down. As much as Babcock wants it to be Gardner.
Yeah, but like, God, he's awful. You know what? Like, everyone can give, like, you give the defense a hard time in Toronto. Like, as bad as Pollock is, that guy comes to play. That guy puts some effort out there. Jake Gardner just looks like a deer in the headlights 24/7.
Yeah, Gardner's not a good defensive defenseman. Zaitsev is, though.
Yeah, but he's getting walked, too.
Yeah, he is. Well, he plays 2 minutes on the friggin' PK.
Yeah, and Hainsey blocked a shot, and he dropped and went off, and I'm like, here we go. Because he's been really good, too.
Yeah, he's consistent, eh? The old veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Guy walks around with his cup ring on. Hey, kids, look what I got.
Yeah.
In the room.
You remember watching this after he's shooting a round of golf last summer?
Yeah, well, I mean, their first round exit's nothing to kick at. I mean, I think it was pretty good that they made it that far that soon.
Yeah.
Like that's a win. Like, their season was a win last year.
Well, they went from worst in the league to 6 games.
First round exit
6 games.
President's Trophy win.
Yeah.
So, anyways, my team's been playing pretty well too.
Yeah.
5-game winning streak. We're tied 1-1 right now with St. Louis Blues. They played well. Usually when you're playing well, your top players are playing well. And I'll let you know, Max Pacioretty is playing like he's got, what do you call those things? Bricks for skates. The guy, I don't know what his deal is. He's so inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
He never shows up. He just got a shot on net right now. Surprising. He's not even shooting the puck anymore. It's probably an underlying issue with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jonathan Drouin got hurt 2 games ago, which kind of sucks because he was actually playing all right too. But they're getting more consistent effort from their bottom 6. So guys like right now, Byron's in their bottom 6. He had a hat trick the other night against Detroit, and Nicholas Delorier, who I kind of thought was like a fringe NHLer, but he's played pretty well. He had some size to the lineup too. Hit a couple of points the other night as well, and Jacob De La Rose finally scored. He hadn't scored in like 49 games, dating back to like 2013, I think, or 2014.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and he scored the other night. I mean, everyone on the Habs scored the other night against Detroit, but I mean, it's a game. Detroit didn't show up probably both nights, but it's just a confidence booster. It shows that they're capable of scoring, and I mean, it is against Detroit, but they played really well against Columbus too. And
Well, I was watching that. I was watching the Leaf game Saturday night, and
yeah.
I was with a few buddies. And we were, all of a sudden we look up and they have the little ticker in the corner. It's at 7-0. We were like, "Whoa, is that a mistake?" Like,
I know, eh? For a team that can't score.
yeah.
Credit to Brendan Gallagher. I mean, even in a game like that, he still scored. He's got 13 on the season now, same as Austin Matthews.
How about Brendan Gallagher? A guy can be that ugly and still play in the NHL.
Hey, man. Guy's got a good-looking girlfriend.
That's more what I meant. A guy can be that ugly and still have that good-looking of a girlfriend.
Yeah. I think he's going out. Apparently he's going out with the girl who won the Bachelorette a few years ago.
Well, it turned out well for her, I guess, eh?
Yeah, I forget her name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But, no, he's having a really good year. He's making $3.75 million for the next couple of seasons, too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Reminds me of what Julien used to get out of Marchand in Boston. It's kind of like what he's getting out of Gallagher right now.
Yeah. So what are you hoping now, though? Because remember,
First one to tell you too, because
your tone was a little different about a month. Your tone was a little different a month ago. What are you wanting the team to do now?
Right now, just play consistent hockey. Like defensively, they've tightened it up quite a bit.
Mm.
I mean, they've got a little bit of help too, but I don't know. Like they're not playing bad anymore, so I can't say I want them to finish last anymore. But if they get out a piece up front, and you know if Pacioretty could turn it on a little bit and be consistent like a captain should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the game off now because it's 3-1 St. Louis, but but
They've
yeah,
scored 2 since you started talking about them.
Yeah, so I got to stop. But I'm not going to be like Mo and say that I want them to just to stay healthy.
That was a hot take of all hot takes.
Yeah. I just want them to play consistently.
Mm. Now,
and then,
you know what? I don't.
Jump in,
go ahead.
And then just jump into that third spot in just to remain in that spot in the standings right now.
Yeah, but doesn't this? And I know you'll agree with me. Well, maybe you won't, but I know you won't take this to heart. But doesn't this just scream first round exit, bad draft pick?
It does.
But I know you're not. I know there's no way you're going to catch. You're not going to be as bad as Buffalo or Arizona. So you're not getting Dahlin or Svechnikov or the other guy, or Kachuk, Brady Kachuk too. Like I think he's in the top. He's ranked up there. But regardless.
Yeah, it's a good draft this year. So.
But I mean,
you might find a Shabbat at 18. But
yeah, but you could do that any year.
Yeah, but I don't know. If they don't get a high enough draft pick, I mean, Pacioretty's a very absorbable contract to trade. Yeah. And I think I would take a long, hard look at trading him. And if you can get a pick and a forward for him, just do it.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh would be a good fit for Pacioretty, but you wouldn't get a high pick.
Yeah.
Because he's only $4.5 million, right? Perennial 30-goal scorer, 30 to 35.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's not playing well right now anyway, so.
Yeah. I keep checking Twitter here because Canada was supposed to announce their team today.
Their Olympic team?
Yeah, or no, their World Junior team.
Oh, really? Oh, like their invite.
Yeah, must have bigger fish to fry today, I guess. Eh?
Yeah, they're. I think they'll be all right this year, the World Juniors. But the States, that's a team
Yeah.
right there. That's going to be a hell of a team. They'll be the one team Canada will have trouble with, I think.
I'd give it.
The
Go ahead.
Swedes too.
Yeah, well,
Swedes
they're all
too.
going to be good, man. That's the best part about the tournament.
Yeah.
I watched the World Junior A Challenge last year where the Czech Republic put out the defending champs, so.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
World Junior A Challenge is underrated. That's an underrated tournament.
Yeah, it starts this weekend. You know what? Canada West and Canada East just announced their teams today. Just
They were on time.
a half an hour ago. Well, their tournament starts this weekend. They got a couple returning players that were there last year, so that'll be nice. And shout out to Rick Swan, the head coach of the Bonnyville Pontiacs. He's an assistant coach for Canada this year. So
is he? Oh, good for him.
he was last year too, but
I have actually I've seen his name come up a lot. I think I follow the Pontiacs too, but I think his name's come up in a couple of things for Team Canada. So that's
great
pretty
guy.
cool.
He's a great guy. So
Nice.
it's really cool. That was one thing I really enjoyed when I would interview him post game. He was a guy who really saw the game in a different way, which was it was really. I always 90% of my interview would be me just talking about the game. So
That's good.
yeah.
I like people that think differently and are proactive.
Mm-hmm. Great guy though. So, but yeah, Canada West has some returning players I remember from last year, and I'm trying to see what Canada East has here. But yeah, the hold on, I'm just looking. They got a few guys. Jack McBain, he was Central Scouted ranked this year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know the name.
Who else they got here? I
Well,
don't know. I
last year,
feel like
didn't
I'm
you get to
missing
see
some of them because they only got forwards.
Didn't you get to see Svechnikov in that tournament last year?
Yeah, Kale McCarr and Svechnikov.
That's unreal. The year I covered it for in school, I think Tyson Jost was on the junior A team.
Yes, Kale McCarr was on it too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Fabro.
Yeah, Dante Fabro.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sick.
Been some good players
Anyways.
that played in that tournament. Drake Kajula.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was
Is he
pretty cool
American?
to be no, he's Canadian.
Canadian. Nice.
So yeah, that tournament kicks off this weekend in Nova Scotia, I believe, and the
Hopefully
finals
this
will be on
podcast is up.
The finals will be on TSN in two weeks on the Saturday night.
I wish they aired it all.
You can watch it all.
Yeah.
It's online on the Hockey Canada stream.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Used to
I
be
think
able
I
to
did that
watch it.
last year.
You could see me in the corner taking photos. But
You want to wrap this up?
yeah, let's do it. It's been a good week. We didn't really touch on everything we wanted to touch on, but it's getting
That's
kind of
fine.
long. So
Yeah.
well, next week we can save. We might have an update on Seattle going to having an NHL team.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, we should definitely. I'll write that down now to make sure
We
talk about
can
it.
briefly mention too about Russia not being in the Olympic Games this year. So
That was announced today. Tuesday.
yep. So we'll have a little update probably next week as to where Canada is going to get their players, because the concern right now is they were talking about taking players from the KHL, but the KHL is considering not sending their players because Russia's been banned from the Olympics. So
Yeah, so that'll be different.
it could be. I would honestly love it if it was just another World Juniors,
It would be cool.
but
It would be cool. They might get a couple of junior players anyway.
well, I don't know. It seems like Davy Branch and the boys don't feel too happy about that, but.
Yeah, it's a lot of hockey for the kids, eh?
It's not like they're playing those games on top of their actual. That's
I know.
the argument I think we made a couple weeks ago, but
Jordan Cairo.
yeah, that's who we were talking about. Anyway, we'll wrap it up.
Yep,
It's been another good week. We'll have a guest for you next week probably.
as I always say, anyways.
Anyways,
All right.
that's my favorite part. Before we go, that's my favorite part about this podcast is whenever I say something and you either don't hear me or you don't care. You always just go, anyways.
Anyways, there.
All right, we'll wrap this up. Thanks everyone for listening, and again, we're Will and Rye on Ice. Follow our Twitter, our Instagram, our Facebook. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Give us a review and a rating. We did get a nice review a couple weeks ago from a guy who says he's not from Cornwall. So
not from Cornwall, 69, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it wasn't Cam Kennedy because he's from Cornwall.
It can't be him. Yeah, hot takes, hotter guys, hotter guests.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, hotter returning guest or something like that. He wrote.
Yeah, no. I stand by the hot takes and the hot host.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. All right, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll be back next week.
Yep.
See ya.
May the force be with you.
Come a little closer than you